Hi, and welcome to this short video on headlight restoration for a Ford F-150. This is a 98, so it's about 15 and a half years old right now. Got over 250,000 miles on it. I wasn't really sure if these headlights would restore like the ones on the Chrysler van, where it's so obvious that they're supposed to be clear, but they've got this heavy crust over them. So you can see what the headlights did look like over here, and I've got some other close-ups that I'll be posting. And this is the one that I just finished. And you can see it's still masked up here. There is quite a bit of difference. I'm not sure how much difference it'll make on the road at night. It made a tremendous difference with the Chrysler van. I think it'll help, but it certainly makes the truck look a lot better. And what we're using is a 3M kit, and it sells for about 15 bucks on Amazon. I've got a link in the description. You've got this pad here and the 3 different sanding discs. The first one is gold. And these just stick on. They don't. It's not. It's like a Velcro. It's not adhesive. So you can take them on and off really nice. And then when you get to the third pad, you're actually using a bit of water, kind of like a wet sanding. And then you put this buffing pad on. It comes with some rubbing compound and quite a bit more than what you need. And then you polish it up and then wipe it clean. It looks like this. Now I think there are some protectors you can put on when you're all done. I haven't gotten into that yet. Make it last a little bit longer, but. For right now, I just wanted to show you that on the F-150 headlights, it does do a nice job, and it didn't take me very long at all with this. Using an angle drill like this, and it's adjustable speed, so I'm not going very fast, not going the full speed. I think they talk like 1200 to 1600 RPM. I don't know how fast that is, but the one thing you don't want to do is get the headlight hot. If it gets hot, if you spend too much time in one spot with the sanding disc, you can actually kind of start to melt it, and then you got a mess. So you don't want to do that. And it's pretty easy to not do, just kind of follow the instructions and don't spend too long in one place, and you can feel it. If it starts feels like it's starting to get warm, just move to another spot or take a quick break. So that's pretty much all there is to doing it. Now on the masking of it, obviously you put the hood up, that way you're not going to ding it or anything. Now they talk about using some 3M masking tape. I don't know, I've got this masking tape here, which you can put on the painted surface and there's no problem. But if you use only this, then you might find out the hard way that the sanding disc can cut through that. So we put masking tape, duct tape over the top to be a little bit heavier duty protection. You say, well, why not just use the duct tape? Well, the duct tape will leave some kind of glue and everything underneath, and maybe even pull off some paint. So put the masking tape on first, and then the duct tape, and we don't have any problem. Then when you're done, just wash it all up, and it looks great. Now the one thing I will say about these F-150 headlights, these 3 adjustment knobs or whatever they are, sure make it difficult to get the job done. You have to try to get around them and still not nick up the paint areas, and that's why I've got the duct tape on there. It kind of gives you the idea of what we're doing here and what it's going to look like when we're done. This is the first sanding pad, the heaviest grit. And here we have the white medium paper. Then you do wipe it off between each level. And how much you spend with each level depends upon your headlights. There's some instructions that are pretty descriptive. And I do recommend, of course, wearing safety glasses when doing this. For the last sanding pad, you actually need just a bottle of water to keep the surface wet, because it is a wet sanding pad. And this is where you'll see the headlight really start to clear up. Now for this last step, the buffing, they tell you to put a dime size amount of compound on here. I found it took more than that, but follow the instructions. This isn't the right way to do it for as far as any of this goes. This is just the way I do it. So always follow the instructions, and if you deviate from that, that's up to you. But I kind of smear around a little bit. I really like to have some more of it on there than that. So if you get too much, I presume it's just going to kind of fling it around, make a mess. So I don't think it's going to hurt anything other than that. Now when you get all done, if it still seems kind of yellow, that would be an indication that you didn't spend enough time with the first sanding grit, the gold disc, which is the roughest grit. The good news is you can just go back and start over and do each of the steps again if you want to. But you typically want to make sure that you do a good job at each step, because it will save you time on the next step. But again, follow the instructions. I thought this lens was a little bit more yellow, and I ended up turning off the light behind the camera here, and that took that yellowish away. So I think it's good the way it is. I'm going to peel off the tape and it'll be done. So I'm guessing I spent maybe half an hour on this headlight, and a little bit of overhead time, I suppose, hour and a half by the time you get everything out, put everything away. But there's not a lot of time to it, and I think I originally paid like 20 bucks at an auto parts store for a kit like this, and I've got a link in the description at Amazon. I think it's 15 or thereabouts. So it's easy to do. It'll make the truck look a lot better, and I think you'll get a lot more light on the road as well. Certainly did with the van, and I think with the truck I'll get some better light as well. So I've got some other pictures I'll be posting. Got a link to the posts on the website in the description of the video. I'll try to get an annotation up. Click on those, take a look, and if you want to, head to Amazon and get the kit. It's like I say, it's easy to do. All you really need is a drill. And like I said, I've got a variable speed drill. It makes it a lot easier. You probably even use this is a corded drill. You probably even use a cordless drill, and that would probably work just fine too. So hope this helps. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.